Hello guys and welcome to the Free Hammers, all the gear, no idea, pre-match build-up to Arsenal versus West Ham at the Emirates, kicking off in just over an hour and a half time. We'll take you through all the way to sort of 2 o'clock, 2:15 time. We'll discuss the starting lineups when they come out, which will be around 2 o'clock, and obviously we'll look at when X leaks them, usually about 5 to 2. Thanks for joining us in the chat. If you have, we're live on Twitter and live on YouTube. Hit the like button if you want to join in. DM us on Twitter and we'll get you on. Anyone, that starts trying to dig us out on Twitter and stuff like that, you're not welcome on the show. No, it takes time. You get loads of DMs. You only have to look. We've got about 7,000 followers on Twitter. So to get through all the DMs is more or less impossible. So we just pick out at randomly ones we want on. Anyway, guys, let's do it. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Free Hammers. All the gear, no idea. Pre-match build-up to the West Ham versus Arsenal game. If you want to be on the show, all you got to do is drop us a DM on Twitter. Like I say, we get thousands for not thousands, but tens in, tens and 20s worths come in, and we just pick out, at random. And if you get on, you get on. That's just the way it works out. 10 people in the chat so far. Hello, guys. Early one from Metalin both legs. 3-1, he reckons. Hope so, mate. Be nice, wouldn't it? I've put over 3.5 goals. I didn't pick a winner, but yeah, I put over 3.5 goals in the game because I think it's going to be high score, and I fancy 2-2. It seems to be sort of the score that's sort of universally around the West Ham pundits and West Ham channels at the minute. Hopefully, I'd be happy with a 2-2 as well. Thanks for everyone that watched the podcast the other night with Andy. Obviously, like I say, unfortunately, the first sort of 10-15 minutes was a little bit choppy, the sound, because he was in the car at the time. So when he did pull over, if you skip sort of the first sort of 10-15 minutes of the last podcast, it's a really, really great show. He talks about, the future of Hammers United and where they want to go with it, in terms of protests and stuff like that. So good stuff there. Anyway, guys, this is the build-up for the Arsenal game. Like I say, if you do want to join us, just DM me on Twitter and I'll try and get on and get you on the show if I can. So this is the way that, let's just see the comments there. Mark English, afternoon, Mark. Thank you for joining in. So this is the way we lined up in the last game. Obviously, Sky Sports haven't updated Ngakia yet at the right back position. I don't want to see any changes, if I'm honest with you. I really like the lineup. I think we played really, really well, and I think we could give Arsenal a decent game with that lineup. It's going to be a tough game for Ngakia again. Possibly up against Aubameyang today will be when Aubameyang's been playing left wing for them recently. So that's a different test again, to the Manes and I can't remember who he faced last week. It's a tough old test he's going to have today again, but I think he's got the credentials to do it. He's been playing really, really well across the back. Obviously, Diop and O'Connor, they're in for a tough game again today. Cresswell, but again, you look at us, Bowen, Fornals, Antonio. They can give their defenders a game. David Luiz, Socrates. That can be got at. It can be got at. That's all I can say that I take out of it at the minute. It can be got at, especially with their team up in a minute. Jan thinks 2-0 to us. We're going to keep them out. They have one ruled out by VAR. Well, yeah, why don't you ask Sky Bet for the odds on that? That's what Mark says there as well. Again, if you want to join in, guys, DM me on Twitter. Nothing just yet. I'm sort of checking it as I go along. Sorry, that's us again. Sorry. So the way they've been lining up, guys, is like this. I say, so I'll move over here a bit for you. Or there. Yeah, that's better. So I feel like a weatherman. So yeah, obviously Lacazette. This is the last league game they played. Lacazette was up top. Martinelli, player. He's dangerous. He will. He's definitely capable of hurting us. Willock and Aubameyang. That front three, very dangerous. Very, very. It's quite frightening, that front three. Xhaka, work with a lot of Arsenal fans that he's one that always gets digged out quite a lot. Torreira's a nice, tidy doggy as well. The left back's been getting rave reviews. Saka played really, really well the other night. Socrates blows up on coal. Mustafi, very poor. I mean, slowly getting back into form. And obviously the goalkeeper, Leno, another one who has had his bad times at the moment. Let's just move that away. Jones says, I should mark, win a few quid, and laughing at it. Right, guys. So we've played them already this season. I discussed it a little bit in the podcast. Jamie Gill reckons 2-1. Jamie Gill obviously joined us last week. The first subscriber to join us live, which was brilliant. Let's hope some more come on. Let's hope some enjoy the day today. So, yeah, like I say, we play them already this season, obviously. And the last time we did play them, we did lose 3-1, guys. And as I said, that is the worst Arsenal team I've seen in probably 15 to 20 years. Is the worst Arsenal team I've ever seen. We played really good first half in that game. And just, again, like an Arsenal team of old, but not because their quality is such, more of how bad we were at the time. They just sort of killed us off in 20 minutes, didn't they? You know, Pay got his first goal, just cut inside a really poor Masuaku. We, at the time, you know, we just was capitulating every game. And hope that doesn't happen today, but it doesn't bode well, guys, because the last time at the Emirates we lost 3-1 as well. So, you know, them 3-1, them 3.5 score lines, that's sort of where I'm getting the ideas from. You know, it's usually a lot of goals in this game. It'd probably be a boring 0-0 now, and again, I would take a 0-0. Yeah, the recent record, should I say, is not that great for us at the moment. They did play, obviously, again in the FA Cup on Monday night, and they came out as 2-0 winners. Currently 10th of 37 points, you know, so it's a bit of a cliche, but, you know, if they win today, they're safe. And you wouldn't be thinking that about Arsenal, would you, with 10 games left? Yeah, they've had quite a poor season, but I did see a Aubameyang's interview on there. It's saying that, you know, they still believe they can maybe get Champions League if they can put a run together between now and the end of the season. So they're sounding really hungry still, Arsenal players. They still seem really focused and hungry. So so it is going to be a tough game, but I think we can give them a game. I do. Again, it's all down to the lineup, which will come out in 24 minutes' time. Then we'll see how optimistic we are. And obviously, their danger man, as I keep mentioning, is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is on 20 goals. Back into the live chat. Should be plenty of goals today, says Mark. I agree. Do you think Moyes will keep a winning team or go mad and play 5 at the back? We will know very, very soon, Joan. As I say, if it's 5 at the back, the optimism, should I say, will go. If it's the same team, or maybe regards to the same formation, and maybe you might change a couple there. You might put Snodgrass in purely for livery. Like I said, I don't know whether any of you guys caught my Hammers chat a little bit that I did yesterday. Said he may put Snodgrass in purely because they are very suspect from set pieces. The quality that Snoddy can put in, whether you like him as a player or not, could prove really important for us today. So that's the only one I could potentially see him coming in. Same team, I hope, for Mark. Jones says Liverpool beating top Bournemouth at the moment. Yeah, I was watching it actually before I went live. They went 1-0 up Bournemouth. I was thinking, oh my, Liverpool are doing the best to relegate West Ham. I think, you know, losing to Watford and then they're going to go and lose to Bournemouth. But luckily, you know, Liverpool switched it on. 2 quick goals, boom, boom. And a big game for us today, you know, for hopefully Liverpool can hold on to that and, you know, beat those teams below us. Because if we were to get a win or even a point today, we can start opening a little bit of a gap up. Not a massive gap, not a major gap. Can open a gap up and that will help us massively. I'm just going to check on Twitter, guys, see if anyone is brave enough. Not yet. No one is brave enough. Come on, guys. yourself on the show. Come and have a little chat, and we can talk about the game. So, revised predicted lineup, guys. Just bear with me. So, little article I read just before going live, guys, is this one. So it's a revised predicted lineup because of what Moyes said in his transfer in his conference. He said that Thomas Souček may be fit. Obviously, we will find out in a minute. Again, I don't think I would start him if he's on the bench. You know, he's one come on. If you know, once Noble starts getting a bit leggy, bring on. He's been really, really good for us. Souček. Maybe he may just hold him out for the Wolves game because you don't want to bring him back and then pick up an injury really, really quickly because he could be a really important player in these next 8 games. Yeah, their revised predicted lineup involves Souček. They're saying Fabianski and Gakky. Souček, Rice, Funnels, Bowen, Antonio, Haller. I think that's our best team at the moment as well. That's the best possible team we can put out on form. You know, people argue that Anderson, again, on form, Anderson doesn't deserve his shot in there, and obviously Lanzini doesn't deserve to be in the team at the moment. And just looking ahead, look, you said, like I say, Wolves, Tottenham, Chelsea, tough games next 4, including Arsenal today. And then it goes, you know, your Newcastles, your Burnley, your Norwich, your Watfords, which are huge games in terms of where we're going to be and whether we stay up now. But yeah, we'll find out very, very soon about Souček. So, can you? And Mark reckons Souček for Noble. Funnels has to start. Funnels is slowly turning Mark into my favourite player. Very, very good on the ball. No, he's come back in. He scored against Liverpool at Anfield. No easy feat. And then on Saturday, obviously against Saints, set up 2 goals. Was just constantly busy. You know, he's busy. He keeps the midfield moving. He ticks the ball over really nicely, and he has got that killer pass on him. The pass to Bowen, that was done by Kevin De Bruyne. They would all be shouting all over Twitter about it, but because it's only Funnels, you know, it goes a bit unnoticed, I think. As it says, we won't lose today, Luke, or at least I think we'll get the win. Bada bing. Hope so, mate. I really do hope so. I'm just having a look here. So apparently, as well, guys, just some news. Just off the West Ham game, guys, for 2 seconds. So another thing I've read is that West Ham have apparently made contact with a manager who has been a revelation in another league. So this guy here, I'm trying to get his name. Where's his name? So Hellas Verona manager Ivan Juric in mind. The English club have made contact with the Croatian to be their next manager. So again, I can't say I'm an expert and don't really know much about this guy. I just thought it was an interesting rumour to come out. It's claimed that Juric has been a revelation in Serie A and is liked very much in the Premier League. Verona are 8th in the league table, 1 point behind AC Milan, who are in 7th spot. West Ham's timing intentions aren't clear. There's always a possibility this is an effort from people to close up the manager's profile. So there you go. So that's another little rumour that's out there, guys. Who would have thought our 2-star players, Anderson and Lanzini, wouldn't be good enough to start crazy time? Yeah, you know, at the start of the season, when Anderson and Lanzini were looking really good and sharp, I didn't think Antonio had a place in the team anymore. You know, I didn't think Noble would play much this year as well. You know, lo and behold, we keep sort of using them. You know, we keep having to the old guard, and that's something we need to look at if we stay up. How we can, you know, start to phase these guys out. Not so much Antonio. I think Antonio's still got something that a lot of Premier League players haven't got. The pace and power, maybe technically lets him down. There's not a lot like Antonio out there. There really ain't. I think there's still still got some legs at West Ham in terms of his career. Fornals is super, and Sojek is a real fun. Good question. Dumplings belong in a sausage casserole. I don't have them in my sausage casserole, but I do like them in a beef stew or a chicken stew. So yeah, not in my sausage casserole. I don't know whether that's a rude question or not that you're putting out there, Lord. Yeah, great input as always. I'm just checking Twitter, guys. Apologies if I look down every now and then. Just checking if anyone's been brave enough. And no one's brave enough to come on here, man. Rob CR says, I would like to see Anderson in the team, drop Lanzini and Masuaku. Yeah, Masuaku is not good enough. He's not. Definitely got to be looking at cutting our losses with him in the summer window. You know, he's had chances. It's not like he's not had chances. No, not for me. I was just about to ask that one, Lord Bacon. Lindsay is then, thanks. I'm just going to have a little look on Twitter, guys, just to see whether X has posted anything yet in regards to any sort of thing about changes or anything like that. Just bear with me. It loads up. I'll share it with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at as well. So X, I'm on his Twitter page now. He is saying nothing yet. There's been nothing yet. There isn't sort of any little teasers out yet. I'm sure it will be out very, very soon. And starting lineup for me, guys, will decide in regards to where I think the game's going to go. Like the Southampton game last week, you know, we was all waiting, hoping, you know, that it wasn't going to be 5 at the back, and it wasn't 5 at the back. And as soon as that lineup come out and Gwen was in, Antonio was in, Fornals was back in, we all started to believe a little bit, didn't we? Hello guys, sorry there, just lost the connection there. The camera connection went there. Do apologise. Mark says no news means no changes. I hope so, guys. Apologies there again for it going down. Needs to go for it. We've literally got nothing to lose apart from relegation. But yeah, we have got to. You know, it's a good point you make there now, because you know the Liverpool game, we came out of that game a lot more positive, even though we lost. We went for it, you know, we showed some fight. We scored a couple of goals up there. And from that confidence going into the Southampton game. So if anything, you've got to go for it today and hope, you know, if anything, if the worst case scenario is we lose, we've had a fight, we've shown, you know, that we can go for it. When it's Southampton takes the pressure off this game, and he should throw the kitchen sink at them. Yeah, and you know, they've shown they can capitulate under pressure, Arsenal. They've got players that can hurt us, as I discussed earlier in the show. But we are capable of hurting them as well. You know, we can't underestimate our own quality on our day when we do play well. Personally, still wouldn't start Haller. I'd rather Antonio with Anderson and Bowen to the side of him. Yeah, there's a shout for that as well. But I did... The Southampton performance, Haller has to start, because you know we did see when players are around him, you know, he was getting them little layoffs. He did that on a pass. He got a goal. So on the Southampton game, he deserves to stay in the team. But I do know where you're getting at, Tone. I do know where you're getting at. You know, all of our remaining games are cup finals. They certainly are. We're about 12 minutes away from lineups coming out. I'm just checking again. Twitter. Come on. Need to know. We need to know the lineup. And again, no one brave enough to come on. Am I that scary? Am I that scary, guys? Come on. You can come on. I don't mind. It's good to have a little chat with you guys. Talk about West Ham. Nothing yet. Nothing. We will be back with a podcast this week. No guests this week. We'll just be talking about the Arsenal game and building up to Wolves game. That is going to be on Thursday. The week after, though, for the build up for the Tottenham game, because it is such a big game. I'm talking to X actually this week. I'm hoping to get X on for the build up for that game, because I thought, game, nice to get him on. Been talking to Nikki as well, West Ham Fan TV. Another one I really want to get on. I like getting the guests on. It's nice, and it's it's all West Ham family and stuff. That's what we want. We want to get people on and talk. It's nice to have all different opinions from different channels, and so hopefully some really good guests lined up, and obviously Dave Walker as well at some point. Love to get on as well, but some really good guests lined up. We're just over 12 minutes away from the lineup coming out. Moyes has never beaten Arsenal. Yeah, I did see that. And did you know Aubameyang is on 49 Premier League goals? How coincidental that he's playing West Ham and will get his 50th. How many players had their 100th goal, their 50th goal, their 200th goal, their 150th goal against West Ham? I don't know. There's a lot. I remember Michael Owen getting these. There's loads. There's too many to mention, but there are loads. Moyes has never beaten Arsenal. Darren Higgins says, cheers, Luke. It's hard. It's a hard one, as it's hard to drop someone who's just scored and played well. I think he's one of these players still hasn't won me over. Yeah, he still blows hot and cold in terms of his application and game's tone. This is, now he's got his support. Give him some leeway. He's waited for all season. Willing runners in both Antonio and Bowen now. See how he gets on these last 10 games. He can win us over. There is a good player in there. This is what you had last season at Frankfurt with willing runners next year. So providing runs, giving you support. You have been isolated all year, and that's not your game. You're not a drop striker where you can make things happen and hold the ball up and bully players. You're not that sort of player. But when you've got willing runners around you and people that are willing to gamble with your flick-ons and gamble with your through balls and stuff like that, let's hope that you can carry on scoring goals for us and provide goals as well. Looking here, just looking, guys. Apologies. Oh, there we go. So X has said, he's just tweeted, team is unchanged today. So there we go. Team is unchanged according to X. So that is good news, guys. So for anyone who missed last week, where was you? But so the team is apparently unchanged. So there we go. So that is what we're going to be seeing today, guys, apparently according to X. So Fabianski and Gakia, Diop, Bonner, Cresswell, Noble, Rice, Bowen, Fornals, and Haller. Sorry for that bit scrolling along the bottom now. So good news, positive news. And it looks like David is going to go for it. It looks like he's going to try and, press Arsenal, Haller, then winning runners again. But this is good news, guys. I'm very, very positive now towards the game. He's not, gone back to form of 5 at the back and tried to go there and, not to get beaten, which is what I really hate when managers do that. The game is about winning. It's not about not getting beaten. It's about winning. If you set up to not get beaten, you're more likely to foul. Where if you set up to win, if you end up fouling that way, then at least you've tried to win rather than not try to lose. Back in the comments, guys. Haller wins a huge number of headers. He just needs to score. You have lots to lose, Noah. So let's go full. Great news. Moyes obviously listening to us. I hope he is, mate. Wouldn't it be funny if he was watching? So check. X hasn't revealed the bench yet, Rob. So hopefully we'll see it soon. And Darren says, hope X is right. He's very rarely wrong, mate. X, I'll give him that. He's very, very rarely wrong with that. So no changes will be really, really good. We'll find out officially in like 8 minutes' time. But Haller is a good player, not West Ham. I assume that's not West Ham, if you know what I mean. Owen, however, is more traditional style. and the part never gives up and can inspire this guy. Be the future captain. Let's hope so. You know, if we stay up, okay, I don't know how many times I've said that over the last 10 years. If we stay up, we've got a really good team. If we stay up, we've got a really good team. There is, you know, it seems like you have to go through a really bad spell, especially West Ham. You go through this really bad time, and then you sort of hit a rock bottom, and then we go really good again for a bit. You know, where we start having those little flirtations with, you know, the Europa League spots and a little bit of a cup run and stuff like that. We're due a season like that. We are overdue a season like that. You know, last season wasn't too bad, but you know, we haven't had a good season since the last season at Upton Park. You know, we usually have one good, two bad. You know, we've had about 4 bad now. So if we stay up, I think next season could be better. I really do. I don't trust those guys to put much money in, if I'm honest with you. And I do have my doubts over whether, you know, if they did pump money in, would do it early, and what they would do right at the end, they would sell Rice for like 90 million or whatever. And then net spend would only be around the sort of, you know, the 50 million mark, which is not a lot of money nowadays in football. That, you know, 50 million gets you maybe one really good player or 2 sort of standard Premier League players. That's sort of going rate for a player now, isn't it? 25 million, where 25 million, you know, 10, 20 years ago gets you a really good, decent player, but that's just on rate now, 25 million. That's what I'm trying to think, like, for an example. So, say, for example, like Bonner, for example, probably like 20 million player. Or, I'm trying to think. I don't know, top of my head. I can't think top of my head, player, an example. But yeah, 25 million is sort of your standard rate for first team or, you know, a squad player, Premier League level. 5 minutes to go, guys, until the official site gives us the official lineup. But like I say, X very, very rarely gets it wrong. Come on, I want to know if all I want to know now is if Souček is on the bench. I'm going to go to 1:15, guys. So if you do want to come on, you've only got about 20 minutes left, guys. If you do want to come on, love to have someone on before the end. If you can't join me, don't worry too much. I'm sure we'll start getting some more braver people. You know, the more I do these shows, the more likely people will come on. Right, so West Ham's Twitter page has not done it quite yet. I think our 2 latest signings and the inclusion of Ngakia has made a big difference. Yeah, Ngakia is like a new signing, Joe. When a really good youth player comes through, it invigorates the fans and it invigorates team. You know, it's exciting to see that, you know. Apparently James Milner's just made a worldie of a goal line clearance. My dad just texted me. Unfortunately, I'm not watching the game at the minute. I don't know if anyone has seen that. Apparently, it's been it was an amazing clearance. Apparently from James Milner. Yeah, but good point there, Joe. It can galvanise the team, and you know what else it does as well? It gives the other players a kick up the arse, like Anderson and people like that. You know, Bowen comes in and he scores. Fornals comes back. Scores and sets up 2 goals. All of a sudden, you know, if Lanzini does get any sort of sniff in the team at the end of the season, he knows he's got to come in there and deliver. Fornals is there to take his place and wants his place. Bowen's there, you know, to take Anderson's place, Antonio, etc. Souček's there to take Noble's place. You know, there's players there now that when they're in the team, that they know that they've got to play, and that's why competition is healthy. It's healthy for football. Healthy for a football club, and hopefully these little additions that we've made between now and the end of the season make a big difference. Just waiting to see, guys. Got about 3 minutes until it's official, but apparently, yeah, there are no changes today. But we'll go through the Arsenal lineup as well when that's announced, which won't be long. Liverpool are still winning, guys, so results are going for us at the minute, which is good. Look at the live league table, shall we? That's while we're waiting. 2 minutes to go. So the live league table, guys, I'm going to flash it up for you now. So the live league table, guys, is this. Currently, see with the Liverpool game going on, there at the moment. This will be a really good result for us. Look, you can see that. I don't know if you can see my mouse on the screen. So they're currently down there, 27 points for all those teams on 27 points. So if we were to win today, we'd be on 30. We'd only got one place for a game goes our way. Would be a 3-point gap away from Bournemouth, which at this stage of the season you need to start doing it. And as much as we slated it a few weeks ago, this thing here is better than all these teams down here. But I know it can change very, very quickly. Yeah, so it's huge difference. I think you lost me again there. Sorry, guys. Okay, so currently, so a few more comments in. Competition for places is what it's about. Manager who isn't afraid to drop anyone. Yeah. Noble has to be the bench player from now on. Same team, Souček is on the bench. That's good news. And if Antonio and Haller are on, it will be a B for the defence. Just having a look here, guys. Bear with me. So yeah, just back on the BBC page quickly, guys. Just going on Watford here. So Watford this weekend, Palace. So Palace do us a bit of a favour today as well. Palace having not bad season. Palace, steady 12th there. He's done some good things there. Hodgson. So hopefully, they can do us a favour today. So looks like the West Ham team should be up now. So I'm going to share that. The score predictions, I'm going with 2-2. I said 2-2 as well, Sean. I agree, 2-2. But we need Palace to beat Watford. Watford will be on a high though. I said that, mate. One football is a good app for team news. Yeah, I know. The only reason I don't use I've downloaded it and I've still got it on my phone. The reason I had to get rid of it is because when I was watching the games, it was spoiling the goals before they went in, and it was so annoying. It was like it took away the celebration. It was like VAR, but before a goal went in. So that's the only reason I stopped using it. Right, so West Ham Twitter page. Here we go. So the official team is out now, guys. Just bear with me whilst I scroll down. So here it is, guys. So Fabianski in goal, Gaki, Diop, Cresswell, Noble, Rice, Fornals, Bowen, and Antonio, and Haller, sorry. The bench, Randolph, Balbuena, Zabaleta, Souček, which is brilliant news. Snodgrass, Lanzini, and Felipe Anderson. Very strong bench as well, if we need it. I'm so glad that he's not changed it. For once, this may be a lineup that he believes in. This may be a lineup that he believes in. I really hope that is the case. Mark says you can edit the notifications. I will do that. I will look after this. One Football should sponsor all Stan fan channels. Wouldn't it be great? If they come and sponsor us as well? We're close to 3,000 subscribers. I think, don't quote me on it, guys. I think once you hit about 5,000 subscribers, which we may do sort of next year, I think that's when you can start sort of saying, we've got a nice following now. It's like a little bit of backing, but hit that 3,000 first, and then hopefully one day we can get the 5,000 mark. Souček on the bench is great news, but let's not bring him back too soon. Hopefully he's okay to come on for Noble. Yeah, I agree. Let's not rush him back. We don't need to. Noble did okay the other day. It's good we've got Souček back though. Get him starting for the Watford game. Moyes must have seen the light at last. I hope so, mate. In Moyes we trust. He wins football games, remember? He wins them. Great to see the young lad Ngakia in the team. Yes, so hopefully, like you just said there, mate, this man here has seen the light. Looked up and seen the light and realised he doesn't need to change the team. If I had to say who I think is going to score today for us, if we were to get some goals, I think this man's going to score today. I do. I think he's going to be too powerful for the Arsenal team. He's going to have his new dance for his London derby. I can see him getting a goal today. But you can't rule out this man. Well, from set pieces, very dangerous. Obviously, this man as well, always good. If he's up for it, if he's in the mood, he's ready today. A good chance he can get us a goal as well. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I reckon yous have all gone, like I'm going to now. Going to go and join Hammers Chat and watch their build up to the game. It's always a really, really good build up they've got. Thanks for joining me, guys. Nice, short and sweet. We'll be back with a podcast on Thursday, talking about the Arsenal game, building up to the Wolves game, and any news that happens in the week. Thanks for everyone that joined it. It's great, to chat to you guys live every week. It feels really family. I really enjoy it. Adria's in goal for Liverpool. He's earned a league winners medal. Nice to see. Pleased for him. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Rob. Okay, guys, come on, you wines. Keep believing. Funnels to score for Joan. I hope so. My favourite players at the minute, so I hope that's true. Good show as always. Cheers. Yeah, sorry if I waffled on a little bit, guys, and sorry if it cut out a couple of times. It's just a little bit during this time of day where I live in Benfleet. It seems to cut out a little bit. The internet does play up a little bit. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in. On your wines, keep believing. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button. It really helps us out. Thanks for everyone in the live chat. Let's go.